What's up, guys? Drake Snide here and Trey Snide here with Twintiquin Antique Roadshow right here on Nextdoor Radio, nextdoorradio.com. Today, we're recording for our YouTube channel as well. Guys, we have Micah Douglas with ManCavern on board today. What's up, man?
Hey, how we doing today? Doing good up here.
Good down in good old Cincinnati. You know, like I said, I'm all for that bandwagon stuff going on right now with Cincinnati heading to the Super Bowl. I love me some Joe, so we're okay. Again, you are on the Twintiquin Antique Roadshow. Trey Snide, Drake Snide, and Micah Douglas. He is with the ManCavern here this morning. So kind of dive deep, my friend. Tell us about the brand and how it came about for you.
Well, the brand sort of came from a mindset I've had for years. I've been collecting some antiques since childhood. My parents took me to the antique malls and the flea markets. I had to cut back on the actual collecting back in 2007. I joined the military, moved around a little bit. So I had to keep the weight limit of moving around a little bit lower. I got out in March of 2020, just as all the COVID madness began to hit. And I got not stuck in, I don't want to offend anybody in Boston, but I got sort of stuck there during the whole lockdown thing for about 3 months. In that time, I found a house here in Cincinnati, and I knew I was going to have a man cave, so I just started buying signs up there. What was supposed to be 6 or 7 signs to put in the back of the truck ended up being a 7x16 trailer enclosed full of bar signs, mirrors, neons. So
That's
it
awesome.
got out of hand real fast. Originally, it was just kind of my own collection. And then some friends started asking, hey, you got, Miller Lite, you got Yingling, you got any whiskey bottle stuff. I was like, well, actually, yeah, I got this, I can tell you this. And it took off from there, really. I started pulling them from wherever I could find them. I bought, at one point, about 300 10 signs out of an old bar. And I've made a few bigger purchases like that, but a lot of them are just out picking. That's the way you got to get it. So I've gone from there to the Facebook page. I've made the Facebook page, which is probably not even as successful as just having a good bunch of friends. Mm-hmm. I've done some live sales on Facebook Live auctions and sales there. That's I try to do that once or twice a month, and that seems to be pretty successful. So I'll probably continue that in the future. I obviously pick up other things along the way, as far as like other oddball antiques and stuff like that. So it doesn't all end up being man cave stuff, but that's one thing I've been doing.
That's awesome. Now, with the me and you've actually shared a page on the flea market. The flea market on Facebook Live sales it's once every while on Facebook Live, and I know you jump on and you say basement sale, which is pretty awesome. So tell the listeners how do you go about to plan on what you do on these sites on the Facebook auctions and stuff? How do you decide which one you want to go for? The listeners that are listening that want to try this, what makes you pick those items that you're going to throw on them? Just say the flea market event that they do.
I don't know if I have a complete system to the process. Really what I do is grab whatever boxes are easiest to reach and get stuff out, see what I want to sell and move it around a little bit. I have a few shelving units down there. I've got quite literally piles of boxes at this point of just items I picked up in picks or auctions, so I always try to add new stuff, and then as stuff sits too long, I try to blow it out through, like you said, the flea market day is a perfect day to say, hey, here's a flat of smalls, like give me $5, $10 for it. It's all yours. So
absolutely, that's the best way. I remember when in the beginning of the conversation, you were telling about, no offense to Boston, but you got stuck in Boston. You were looking to move to Cincinnati. There was a way when we first opened in Twintiquin Antiques down here in Henderson, North Carolina. We closed it right before COVID hit. We just noticed a trend that it was something was going on. We didn't really know yet, and then all of a sudden the toilet paper started going away. So we knew something was happening, and we actually closed our store right before COVID as well. So these flea market events that they on Facebook Lives is exciting because you can get rid of a lot of these stuffs. And I got rid of mine. I got rid of a lot of my smalls from the antique store a couple weekends in a row. So it was a fun event.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think with the evolving market the way it is, the Facebook Live thing has been a real lifesaver as far as just moving products. So I did, just as the last August, I got a booth in one of the local antique malls, and that's all set up and been rather successful as well. So try to mix it up. Multiple income streams is always the best way to go.
Yeah, so again, Micah Douglas joins us here on our Twintiquin Antique Roadshow here on Next Door Radio. I'm looking at your page right now. Of course, you have a Facebook page, the ManCavern. All you got to do is search ManCavern. There you'll be able to pull it up on social media. And I kind of stumbled across a video you put back in 2021 of introducing really your booth. How much different now? And you just mentioned a little bit about the having a booth there locally there in Cincinnati. What's the difference now that you're seeing in your booth in your antique shop there compared to what it was when you first kind of kicked it off there?
Well, I do. I search a little bit more for larger items now, things I would have been afraid to ship. So it's nice to have that as far as an outlet for larger, especially like bar mirrors and stuff like that. Stuff you really don't want to ship.
No, not at all.
I've kind of figured out which brands sell a little bit better, so I kind of target those when I'm out searching, so I can keep it stocked on that. I figured out girls on posters with beer bottles or liquor bottles are the go-to thing. You can't keep them in stock.
That's right.
That is so true. They sell like crazy.
Now I'm also looking at this Flying Knights Air Circus on you posted it back on February 1st. That's a really cool. This really fits what Drake is all about, is paper. He loves cardboard, loves that kind of stuff. This is a really cool piece. Can you tell us a little bit more about that one?
Yes, that one was picked out of a warehouse just north of Cincinnati. I don't know exactly how it managed to get down there from Monroe, Ohio, but it managed at some point. I think, I don't have it in front of me, 1933 was the date on it.
Yeah, Sunday, July 23rd. It's crazy, 1933.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, a great combination. It has a very old beer company at the bottom. It has, there's an air circus, so it was, stunts and aircraft, and it talks about the cars getting in for I think $1 or something like that.
Now, is this still for sale?
Great combination. Yeah, actually, I still have that one. I have had a couple of people ask about it, but no solid offers on it. So,
well, I'll tell you what we'll do because of course this is on our YouTube. The moment that we kind of start talking about this photo will kind of pop up, so you'll be able to see it and know exactly what we're kind of referring to, because it is super cool. I don't know if you've seen it or not, Drake, but it's super cool.
Yeah, I've been on his page before, and then I was looking up information about him when so I reached out to the admins of the Facebook Live page, and I wanted to do an event for them. Shout out to Facebook Live for what they bring to the table. They just hit the 30,000 mark as well on that's awesome, right? So it's a shout out to them. So I wanted to do I wanted to bring the people that take their time and do events on their page, and I wanted to bring them on. So we're excited to bring Micah on here. Micah, I keep saying it, bro. My bad, dude. But yeah, so I know, right? So tell the listeners a little bit about when you said you went the other day. We were talking and we were picking. You were just got back from a big pick that you did. Tell the listeners a little bit about that. How did that come about?
I'm trying to remember which one. I think there was about 3-4 stops on Saturday. A couple of them were legit picks, just sort of trying to pull a few signs out of a couple close locations.
Nice.
A couple were auction results I went to pick up. You kind of got to look everywhere for the best pieces. So I think the best one from this past weekend, and I'm working on getting it framed, is a 1915 Indian motorcycle catalog cover. Just
Whoa.
incredible graphics. Yes, it's not huge, but the graphics on this thing are insane. And it was one of those got to have it sort of items. I just absolutely wasn't going to let anybody else get it. So,
Hey, a lot of Indian graphics right now are top notch. They absolutely love them. You could post that anywhere. You'll sell that real quick.
Right. But yeah, it's I like to try and I do try to find random places to stop. I've stopped a few times and just literally asked somebody, hey, door knocked it, if you will. And that's always fun. I haven't had huge success that way yet. It's always fun to see some of these guys who just door knock and then somebody walks around the corner. They've got this, 72-inch porcelain, $200,000 sign hanging up on the back of their barn or something. But it's nice to find. For me, it's nice to find a $200 thermometer. So
Yeah, I ain't that caliber either.
it depends on how big you've gotten. So
the way my bank account works, that's not how I'm not going to drop that kind of cash. Can't do it.
yeah, exactly. So little bits here and there.
Well, you
building
kind
it
of
up slowly.
you kind of look at it as the man cave aspect of it is, because I don't have one. I did back when I lived in the Raleigh area, but we moved out in the country. And,
that was awesome.
yeah, and so you look at it as this is the perfect way to be able to get those smalls. Like I said, I'm still on your Facebook, kind of go up and down while you've been talking, Micah, and I'm seeing multiple bottles of Coca-Colas. I mean, a little bit of everything. So that's what this is all about, and that's perfect for what you're doing, because not everybody can spend thousands of dollars on items. I'm a big coffee guy. I love coffee cans. I love coffee items. But again, I can't afford the $1,000, but I can afford $25-$30. I mean, I'm all for that. Throw it in the radio station and call it a day.
Yep,
definitely. So yeah, I've tried to keep most of my stuff fairly, realistic. Like I said, I started a year and a half ago, 2 years ago almost now, I guess. And it's a slow build. I have a full-time job, and then this is my, I guess you could call it a hobby. It's growing, but it's a second business, I guess. But it's a slow growth process, and finding small items, like you said. Not everybody's going out and spending $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Most of us, I'd say the average person does not go out and spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. So yeah, $25 items are where it's at sometimes. So
yeah.
That's probably my bread and butter.
Rock and roll. Hey, somebody's got to do it. Ain't that right? Somebody's got to do it. Again, the ManCavern on Facebook. All you got to do is search them on Facebook and all the social media, ManCavern. So Douglas, hey, I appreciate you, my friend, for kind of joining us here. Is there anything that we want to make sure we kind of focus on? A few different items that you have, that you've seen with your traveling, picking up here and there in antique shops and flea market. Is there anything that you kind of want to leave with our listeners here today?
I guess one of the big things is always be willing to ask. If you see something at like for instance, you stop somewhere and you see a little sign hanging up, it's worth an ask. Hey, are you selling that thermometer that's hanging on the side of your barn, or are you selling that, I don't know, old porcelain credit card sign that's still out in front of your store? Some people don't even realize they still have that stuff.
So wait,
and grab yourself something cool to cover your man cave walls with, and do it on a budget. Like that's what we're all trying to do for the most part. So
Oh, that's awesome. Well, my friend, we can't thank you enough for joining us here this morning. Again, I know it's snowing. I don't know how your reception is, but it sounds fantastic. So we appreciate you for joining us here today. Okay.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely. God bless you. Be safe out there. If you ever get to North Carolina, stop by the radio station. Okay.
Will do. You guys have a great day.
Go Bengals.
All right, brother. You too.
All right, buddy. Again,
bye-bye.
There's Micah Douglas with the ManCavern here on our Twintiquin Antique Roadshow. Again, I love, and I'm telling you right now, we're going to post this picture on our YouTube channel. Once we start talking about it, you'll be able to see this. It is outstanding, and it's still for sale. So make sure you reach out to him, to Mr. Douglas here today. Dre, this is kind of what fits your lifestyle, should you say? Paper, cardboard, everything like that.
Yeah, man. So what I love about guys that do this part-time, because I do it part-time as well, it's just a side business for me. I have my full-time job, and I'm excited to bring these guys on to show you the passion they have behind.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you look at it as you show the passion that you have for this item, either coffee or soda or bourbon or whatever it is. It can be a street sign. It can be, like I said, a man cave item. It's great to be able to see, hey, not everybody does it full time, but some do it, of course, full time. That's how they make a living. We've had numerous amount of guests here on our program here for the Twintiquin Antique Roadshow about that. But there's also the ones that are just doing it to have fun and be able to meet people and to be able to create a story to move forward. And I think that is fantastic. So Trey Snide, Drake Snide here for the Twintiquin Antique Roadshow. He was Micah Douglas with the ManCavern out of Cincinnati, Ohio. So we appreciate him for joining us here today. Again, God bless. Thank you so much for tuning in to our program today. Everything that we do is recorded. It's going to be on our SoundCloud, be our website, nextdoorradio.com, but it's also going to be on YouTube. I got to do a search, Twintiquin Antique Roadshow. So until next time, God bless. We'll see you later.